today's spice or herb has this traditional uses at weddings as well as at funerals. So in ancient Greece and Rome, our the newly wedded couple used to plant rosemary on their wedding day. And when the bride has this beautiful bouquet, she always had these rosemary twigs in her bouquet. It actually symbolized love and loyalty. And not only this, at the funerals, there were twigs placed in the hands of the loved ones, in symbolizing the remembrance, symbolizing the love and remembrance for the loved one, for the deceased. So this how important rosemary was. And also in the Christian tradition, they believe that rosemary is holy. It's a holy spice, because their legend says that while our Virgin Mary was escaping with baby Jesus, she tossed her robe on these beautiful white flowers in the bushes, and these flowers turned the color of her robe, which was blue, and that's why. And these were the rosemary flowers, and that's how it became a robe of Mary as Rosemary. Eventually it became rosemary, but this is just the legend. But the Latin name of rosemary is Ros marinus, and which means dews of the sea. And this is how our rosemary plants look like. It's so beautiful and it smells divine. So guys, welcome to Sona Motivates and welcome to our spice series. It's week 33, and we are going to talk about these 3 powerful health benefits of rosemary. And welcome to Sona Motivates. We motivate you to eat healthy, be happy, and enjoy every moment. So not only this, in Europe, a long back, actually what they used to do is burn these rosemary twigs as like an incense, because they used to think that they believed, and of course it was true, that rosemary can prevent the diseases in hospitals. That's why they used to burn these in hospitals, and also in courtrooms, so it will protect the officials from prisoners' contagious diseases. But not till many of the centuries later that it became very popular as one of the ingredient in culinary practices in Italy and in province of France. That's when they started using it in sweet and savory dishes, and they still use them in many forms. So that's how rosemary became one of the main ingredient in the cooking. And rosemary is not only used in cooking but also in cosmetic industry and in the drug industry, in preparation medicine. Okay, so rosemary is native to Mediterranean region, and it grows all over the world, in Algeria, in China, in United States, in India, in Turkey, Serbia, and rosemary has this beautiful green, olive green colored leaves, and they smell, like I said, they have their unique flavor and aroma. They smell so good. It's a very, very, very sweet smell, like eucalyptus and basil. They can be used in sweet and savory dishes. Now, beside in culinary use, they are very popularly used in cosmetic industry and in drug industry. Rosemary has these carminative properties, antibacterial, antifungal, then it has its anti-rheumatic and anti-spasmodic properties. It is also very rich in antioxidants. So rosemary is a very, very, very medicinal and therapeutic herb. Okay, rosemary, you can say it's very decorative, so you can use it just like an ornament. But when you hear our first health benefit, you will definitely plant it for way more medicinal and health benefit uses than just for the sake of the aesthetic or for pretty looking plant. Okay, so it has this very strong and strong flavor and aroma. It can easily dominate the dish. It can easily overpower your dish. So make sure you use it in very less quantity. It's very potential. It has this potency in dried as well as in the fresh form. You find them in superstores in dried and fresh as fresh leaves. You can get them and you can cut them. You can grind them, so they get in all kinds of forms. So you can use them as whole, chopped, crushed, grounded, in any kind of forms. Okay, and they retain their potency or flavor, you can say, even in slow cooking or long cooking. So you can add them at the end of the dish or at the very beginning of making the dish. Okay, and usually with the other spices, what used to happen, that if you ground them, or if you have to make sure that you use them right away or within couple of days. But with rosemary, it can last forever. It retains its flavor and its volatile oils. Okay, so these were all amazing qualities or characteristics about rosemary, but we are going to see our powerful health benefits. And the first one is, it's very important for me. It resonates with me more as a mom, because that's what I was talking about, that my daughter, she's a very paranoid test taker. She's not a good test taker. She's good in study, she studies, but when it comes to the giving some kind of exam, the day before, it used to be very disastrous situation at our home, because she will always be scared and very anxious about it. And she's in college now, but still, when she calls a day before her exam, or some big things, then she's always very worried and anxious. And that's what, when I researched about rosemary, and when I got to know about this first health benefit, I made sure that I got a plant and not just the herb. So let's see why. Now, rosemary, it supports the brain health and memory. Okay, now researchers have proved that in one of these studies, according to the International Journal of Neuroscience, that one study with 144 people reported that just sniffing the rosemary oil, or even the leaves, it improved the mental it improved the mental tasks and the mental memory. While doing the mental tasks, it improved the memory of the people who sniffed it. And also they tried to give this rosemary leaves to the anxious test takers before taking the exam, and it really reduced their anxiety. And they proved it by experimenting. And those who inhaled these students, they were pretty calm, and they studied their brain waves, and they found out that those who inhaled or sniffed rosemary oil, it helped them. So why? Because like I said, rosemary is very high antioxidant, powerful, rich spice. It is loaded with one of the antioxidant named carnosic acid, which helps brain in developing the memory power. And it helps till that level that it has a potential of easing the Parkinson's symptoms. So even those in case of Alzheimer's disease, there is this kind of a dangerous plaque. It is called amyloid plaque. So this plaque, it grows in the brain. It is a key contributor. It is a main contributor. It grows around the brain cells, and it is the leading cause of memory loss or the decline of the memory. And what happens when they studied about this rosemary sniffing, the rosemary oil, they found out that rosemary actually inhibits the production of this plaque. So that's how powerful just sniffing rosemary, the fresh leaves, or even the oil is. So it helps your brain growth, brain health, and the memory growth. So make sure you have this plant, or even the essential rosemary oil, of course authentic organic one, at your home, and you use it. And I'm definitely going to try to use it in case of my daughter, and even for my son, that they sniff it before going to exam, or I'll just give her a rosemary oil to keep it with her. And if it is going to increase the memory, why not? It's a very therapeutic and very natural remedy, instead of any of this trying any different things. And usually I think because the kids, they get so stimulated these days with so many electronics around them, iPads and this and that's always buzzing, so they really need this calming, or this kind of focused memory, or less anxious some kind of remedy for them, and I think rosemary is the one to go. Okay, so now this is our first health benefit, that how powerful rosemary can be for our kids, for even in exam or in general for the memory growth, or and even for the adults. Now let's see our second health benefit, and it is that rosemary stimulates the blood circulation. Now what happens is rosemary, it acts as a stimulant, and it actually increases the red blood cells and the blood flow. So what happens, even if you get, sometimes you have that headache, your blood vessels, they are constricted, and when you smell rosemary or have this oil handy, then it helps the blood circulation, and it expands. It has this vasodilation, it says. It expands the blood vessels, and you feel, you are relieved from the headache. That's how powerful our rosemary is. It is very helpful in headache, and not only aching of your head, not only headache, but also any kind of pain or inflammation in your body. Even if it's a snipping, it helps to relieve from the pain. So next time, make sure you try sniffing the oil or keeping rosemary handy. And we also have culinary uses, in kitchen, so you can use them there as well. I'll definitely share few of my ideas how you can use in kitchen, and I also have a recipe with inhaling this rosemary and making the rosemary tea. Okay, so this was our second health benefit, that rosemary stimulates blood circulation. And last but not least is rosemary is a very, very super powerful antioxidant, because it is made with it is loaded with antioxidants like rosmarinic acid, and we just saw carcinic acid and carcinol, and together they make this rosemary most powerful antioxidant. And we know, what happens, the whole deal here is antioxidant helps our body to reduce the oxidation. Okay, and we are well aware that oxidation is the main cause of the chronic diseases like heart issues or cancer or age-related, even Alzheimer's or other age-related diseases. And one more thing is, it is proved that sniffing or smelling rosemary oil, it reduces the levels of stress hormone, and stress hormone is cortisol. So sometimes, in some maybe sometimes you're late, or you have that very important meeting and you're feeling very stressed. That's when the cortisol kicks in, and that's the best time when you can have this rosemary oil or even this beautiful plant at your desk, and smell it and sniff it, and then go for the meeting, and you see your nerves calming down. So these were the amazing health benefits of our rosemary plant, and I'm pretty convinced about this, because I have always known about the brain importance in brain health and memory, but little did I know that it is so powerful that it can help the kids before testing. So this helps. Okay, let's see the health benefits. Health benefits we just saw. Let's see their uses in kitchen, and also we will see how you can use them as a home remedy. Okay, so the first one is, okay, I don't know what is going on with my eye. I have something here. Sorry about it. So it's bothering me, and I'm not able to focus today. Anyways, I'm sorry. Okay, let's focus that in the kitchen you can add the whole twig of rosemary in your soup, or also in your any kind of sauce in making. And the best part is, if you don't like this the flavor, it will leave the flavor, of course, but if you don't like it, you can always, if you are putting the whole twig, then you can always remove it before serving. You can also chop it very thinly and use it in the tomato based soup. You can also add the twig in your desserts, and also while making bread, any kind of bread. Then I think they go very well with the veggies, especially the strong veggies like cauliflower or Brussels sprouts. So I have tried with them, so it really tastes good. You can always in the saute, in stir fry, you can add a little bit of rosemary, and then I got a very nice idea, and I really liked it. I'm going to try it. I haven't tried it, but you can add the dried rosemary and the dried garlic. to the melted butter. So melt butter, make sure it doesn't burn it, you don't burn it. So add it to the melted butter, then let it get solidify again, and use it on your bread or any of your paratha and this thing, and I'm sure it will taste so good because it has garlic as well as rosemary, and of course you'll get all the health benefits. Now one very great idea of using rosemary is you can have this kind of rosemary tea at least thrice a week, and you can start seeing the benefits. Do one thing, that you add 1 twig of fresh rosemary or 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary to 1 cup of boiling water. Okay, and then let it steep for 8 to 10 minutes and have this kind of tea at least every other day, or thrice 2 times a week, and you can see the difference, and you will get start feeling the difference regarding, especially I think about your the memory retention, and then the calming issue. So if you are one of those people that you get very anxious very easily, make sure you try rosemary tea. Okay, one more is the nasal congestion. If you have nasal or chest congestion, then you can inhale the steam. So boil the water, put this rosemary twig or the leaves, and then inhale this steam. Now I have one more idea. One of my friends used to do it while she had this. She was put her their home was on sale. She used to add rosemary to a huge pot of boiling water, and then maybe 3-4 rosemary twigs. She'll let it boil, and when once I visited her while she was, it was going to be that they were going out because people were coming to see their home. But when I went there, it was such an aromatic and beautiful feeling. Imagine the clean home, and at the end you have this natural room freshener and welcoming fragrance of rosemary. It was so divine. It was kind of like a very blissful incense stick burning in her home. So I still have that memory, and if she's watching, I'm sure she will know what I'm talking about. But it was, I still remember the divine feeling in that place, because it was maybe in the mid-morning, it was bright and sunny, beautiful home, and this aroma of this fresh rosemary boiling, then the steam, divine smell in her home. So this you can try as a natural fragrance in your home. So next time, make sure you try it and let us know. And why not, if it is going to help the brain cells to grow, or maybe the memory grow. So let's try this, at least for that purpose, not only for the aroma. So this was all about rosemary. And guys, this is the second time I'm trying at 7:15 the Facebook live, because there were some technical difficulties when I started the video at the Facebook live at 7 o'clock. So this is the second time I did the whole recording. So those who were there before, I'm so sorry you have to hear the first 10 minutes again, but why not? Because it's going to help you retain the information better. Okay, so this was all about today's rosemary spice herb, and make sure you join us next week with a new spice. And thank you for sending us your messages, love, sharing, liking, and commenting. Make sure you keep doing it, and I'll see you next week with a new spice or herb. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.